Hi, I'm Alyssa, and this is part 2 of my Procolored DTF Printer series. For this part 2, I'm going to go through the comments from the first video and answer some questions that you guys had. First question comes from Cheryl. Cheryl wants to know my color settings on my machine. I will show you the color settings. At the end of the video, I'm going to go through a print process because someone else asked to show from start to finish. Again, Lynette asked, are you more limited to cartoon-like designs, or can you do a picture of a celebrity or something? Yes, you can do a realistic image. You can put your face on it. You can put a celebrity on it. It does not matter. You can print everything. So my designs for my personal business are more cartoon-like because I draw on my iPad. But for Christmas, I gave my grandma a picture of her dog on her shirt. Trevor says, I wonder what vinyl you were using that makes you so against it. My vinyl outlasts the shirts almost every time. So I'm not per se anti-vinyl. I used it for years and it just limits my creativity. I like being able to do full color, and I've never used printable vinyl, so I don't know about that. But this DTF machine has just changed the game for me, and I prefer using this adhesive that kind of melts into the fabric rather than risking vinyl peeling if it's not properly pressed with enough pressure or heat. I was also using high quality vinyl prior to my DTF machine, and I didn't hate it. I just think it depends on what you're creating, what type of apparel you're making, and your preference. Frenchie Mommy asks if I got my UV DTF printer and if I'm going to review it. It's not UV DTF, but it is just UV, so it doesn't make the direct to film transfers, which is sad for me, but it does print directly onto bottles, bookmarks, phone cases, what have you. So yes, I will be doing a video on a review for the UV printer. I'm hoping to get that done during this weekend. Silly says, you recommend running the cleaning once per day for maintenance of the printer. What about when you go on vacation? So I did go on vacation for 10 days. This is what I did. I had my roommate come in and run the machine once a day or once every other day. I do find if I wait that second day, sometimes I have to run the print head cleaning twice. It's just not healthy for the machine. It's kind of like having a pet, so you need to make sure someone's running that maintenance. You don't want your print heads to clog because that's not covered under warranty, and that's very expensive fix and a very expensive problem to have. Procolored also sells this moisturizing device that will keep the print head from drying out when you're gone. I have not tried that. I haven't needed to. I use this nearly every day. Hillary asks if she gets one from Alibaba. Is it the same? Do I know anyone that purchased from there? So Alibaba is just a platform of sellers. So it's hard to know who you're buying from unless you do a deep dive on the information of that business. So Procolored also is from China. You probably would have similar quality getting one from there, but the problem is I don't know what the customer service would be like. I preferred working with them because anytime I have any issue, especially at the beginning, that's when I had the issues, was like trying to understand. They answered right away. Well, within reason, they answered with their time zone change. The answer to the question though is I don't know anyone that's purchased one from Alibaba. Sonia says, I received mine yesterday and it took me an hour to get the crate in the house and I can't pick up the machine because I hurt my back. I'm so sorry, Sonia. It does come in a big crate. It's an international shipping crate, so you need a hammer and pliers to open it up, and it is heavy. But the machine itself isn't too heavy. It's just the box it comes in is wood and metal, so it's heavy. Ivor wants to know what size paper I use. I use A3 size. I will show you the brand. I also have my Amazon store link that will tell you everything that I get from Amazon for my business. I use this Sundale brand. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was because they are great and I want them to send me free paper. I've gone through so many packs of that. Because I've gone through so many packs, that's one of the reasons why I wish I got the roller version so it could continuously print. Patanga asked if she can use another brand of ink instead of the one that Procolored came with, or what happens when she runs out. Yes, you can use another brand. I also have this linked. I get mine from Amazon and it works just as good. It's very pigmented and I've had to re-up twice now, but that is a lot because I print every day. Cindy asked, can I show a video on how I heat press DTF? Of course, full circle moment, back to the beginning. I'm gonna go through a process of printing and pressing using my Procolored DTF printer. Because I have to print them for a bulk order, let's print another one so I can show you how I do it. Here is my laptop. This is the design that I'm printing. I'm gonna hit rip. These are my settings. Hopefully you can see everything. 2-layer, minimum, auto, no cut off. I never really messed with these until a couple weeks ago, and this is what I found works best for my machine. Make sure you have it on automatic and mirror unless you mirrored it while you were in the design space. Confirm, and then it will start loading here. Another reason I love these is it tells you what the print side is, so don't take them out of the bag, and every time you pull it out, the print side will be on top, and then you can put it into your printer. This is how the printer prints. It goes back and forth, putting down the color first and leaving a white layer on the background. After your print is done, it will be wet, so you're gonna need to add the powder onto the back of this. I have this little case. I am upgrading soon, so hopefully that will be in my next video, but this is what I do. Or when I have two hands, I'll put a bunch on and I'll roll it back and forth like I did in video 1. It will then have this new texture, and you'll have to put it in your oven. I have my settings at 115 degrees Celsius for 200 seconds. If you want this to count down for you, you just hit start. This will make a loud noise when it's done, and this light will be flashing so that you don't overcook it. I just wait around, I do something else, and then it's done in 200 seconds. This is my tried and true crusty dusty press. I will need a new one soon, but she still does the job. First, I pre-press all the moisture out while the press is heating up. Now after a while you probably don't need this, but if you're still just starting out, this will help you with spacing and where to put your image, as well as left chest if you're doing that. This is on my Amazon storefront. If you do want one, I have all different types. Once the spacing is good, I'm gonna go ahead and push my press onto it. I like to go at about 340 for 5 seconds with firm pressure. 5 seconds are up. I'm now going to flip this over and print the back. You can use the kit that I showed you previously or a ruler. For big designs that take up most of the back, I like to start at about 5 inches so that if the hood is laying on the back, that you can still see the text. Now you're not going to peel until this is completely cool. So what I like to do if I have a lot to press is press everything and let these cool while I'm doing that, and then I'll show you how to peel. If you don't want to wait, it takes about like a minute or so to cool to room temperature. Now that it's cold, you can peel. And press again. I cover my design, and then I firmly press again for 5 seconds with lots of pressure. And then the back. And the sweatshirt is all done, machine washable, and I think it's best to recommend to wash on cold, dry inside out, but that goes for any type of laundry that I do. And all done. So cute. As always, you can use code BOTTOMLESSMimosas for money off your Procolored order. If you have any more questions, please leave them below, and I'll do my best to get back to everyone. And stay tuned for the next video on the UV printer, which will be a review and tutorial.